Hi everyone, I'm going to read the third chapter from Katha Chanakya's Chanakya as a Teacher, the Collaboration in War. Acharya Niti. Wars have taken place throughout human history. What is interesting about wars is that they are seldom fought alone, or at least they should not be. When you fight a battle alone, you fight with only your strategy and army. When you fight in collaboration with others, you fight with various strategies and larger armies. Take, for example, the Mahabharata, where the Pandavas and Kauravas fought each other. There were many kings who came to support the Pandavas and many others who supported the Kauravas. As for Chanakya's Arthashastra, these supporters are called Mitra or allies. Now, Acharya Katha. Chanakya knew that forming his own army was not enough. He needed the support of other kings and their armies to defeat Alexander. Even though Dhananand did not support him, this didn't stop Chanakya from seeking help from other kings. At the time, India was divided into 16 kingdoms, all of whom existed in isolations. It became Chanakya's mission to unite them against a common enemy. He met each of the 16 kings separately and asked for aid. Some, like Dhananand, denied him support outright and laughed at the whole idea. Some insulted Chanakya and sent him away. Others gave him soft refusals. None of them believed in the national cause that he was propagating. They thought it pointless to go to war against a conqueror like Alexander. But even then, Chanakya didn't give up. Aside from Magad, he approached the more powerful kingdoms of Kaikeyi, Kuru, and Malav. Their lukewarm response was due to the fact that most of them did not see Alexander's attack as their problem. They believed his army was too far from their kingdom. And so Chanakya decided to use a different approach. As a teacher, he was used to participating in lectures, public discourses, and debates. He decided to use this to influence the teachers of these other kingdoms. He first spoke to a friend who taught political science in the Kuru kingdom. Why don't you organize a public discourse of me? He suggested. This is indeed an amazing good idea, Chanakya. You are one of the best teachers in the field of Arthashastra, and everyone would love to listen to you. I will surely organize your discourse in our university. With some sadness, Chanakya added, I may be influential among academics, but I can't inspire the kings for a national cause. The friend was curious to know what he meant, and Chanakya recounted how the kings were not willing to collaborate in fight against Alexander. I must thus take a different route to convince these kings, the route of knowledge. It is my field of expertise and I will use it to my advantage. His friend was confused and asked him to explain. Chanakya described his strategy. When I come to your university for a lecture, make sure your king is also present. That is no problem. The king will not only attend your lecture, he will honor you with rewards and gifts. Chanakya continued, I am not interested in presents from your king. It is his presence and intelligence that I desire. At the lecture, I will explain my idea indirectly, and if he is wise enough, he will understand. On the day of the lecture, Chanakya had a huge audience, all eager to listen to him. The king was noble and respected scholars and wise men. He personally received Chanakya at the university and honored him. Chanakya then proceeded to speak at length about the concept of nation building. We need to collaborate to achieve national goals. When a foreigner invades us, we cannot think regionally. We need to fight together as a nation. When the head gets attacked, will the hands not automatically go to save it? The king was convinced by Chanakya's argument. In fact, the entire audience was spellbound by his speech. A teacher asked Chanakya, why is collaboration so essential in war? Chanakya replied with these profound words, because together we win. He continued, do you know, for me, winning a war is one thing, but I also need to educate the kings and the common people about the concept of nationalism. No war can be won without a feeling of patriotism. the first weapon required to win any war. Chanakya thought to himself, when I go to their palaces, the kings do not listen to me. But when I invite them into my house, the university, they listen to me and are convinced. And so, he mobilized various forces across nation through the gurukuls and universities. He knew that teachers could influence a king. And Chanakya achieved his goal. He had got the king to support his fight against Alexander. He would later repeat this strategy with various other kings only to find that it worked just as well. His final words were, "We will always win a war in collaboration, not in competition." So, what the insights we have got from this? Allies are an important part of any war. The more allies you have on your side, the better chances you have of victory. If one person refuses to support you, do not give up. Try others, instill in them the spirit of a larger purpose of the struggle. If your ally cannot be convinced in his home, invite him into your space so he can understand your perspective. Bye.